If you wait for motivation to come, it may never come. But if motivation is something you do, then you can do it anytime. It's just a mindset shift. I'm just going for a hike. Want to come with? I'll take that as a yes. If it's our first time meeting, my name is Michael. I'm the founder of MBA Learning, and on this channel I usually share personal development tips, tricks, and hacks, but in this series I share my journey of having a positive, meaningful conversation with 500 people. And on this day, I spoke with my friend Jan. I was so grateful to have this conversation with Jan because he was relatively new to speaking to a coach, and so he had a lot of good questions about what a coach does and what the process is like and how one can benefit from working with a coach. And it was good for me because I was early in my process, so it was good for me to articulate what it is that I do and how I support people and what my processes are. And the conversation eventually led to talking about having purpose and meaning in one's life. But it started with the start of a personal development journey. Like, what does that look like? And like most things in personal development or anything that you want to change, it starts with awareness. So self-awareness is key when it comes to personal development, especially in the beginning. Everything links to self-awareness. So for example, if you wanted to change a behavior, let's say you wanted to change saying a lot, then first you need that awareness to know when you do and when you do not say Then once you have that awareness, then it gives you choice to choose to say it or choose to not say it. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, and it does take a lot of practice, but it all starts with self-awareness, because if you're not aware of when you're saying then you don't know that it's something that you want to improve, and you also won't be able to catch the times when you say and replace it either with something else or just eliminate it as a whole. So self-awareness is key when it comes to the start of a personal development journey, and then it also ties into a lot of different aspects of personal development as well. So once you have that awareness, then the awareness also comes into play when you start to make improvements and when you start actioning the personal development tips. And I could say for a good majority, I want to say 99%, if not 100% of personal development links to self-awareness. So you might be wondering, well, how does one become more self-aware? Well, it's practice and it's introspection. It's really, reflecting on your thoughts, on your actions, on your feelings. Yeah, consistent practice is what it's all about. And then we got on the topic of motivation. Now, when it comes to motivation is something you do, not something you have. Because when it's something you do, then it's an action that you can take. You have control and you have power over it. When it's something you have, and it's something that either is given to you or something that you receive, then you don't necessarily have control over it. You're just waiting for something to come and for motivation to come. Well, if you wait for motivation to come, it may never come. But if motivation is something you do, then you can do it anytime. It's just a mindset shift. So motivation is something you do, not something you have. Motivation can also be linked to purpose. Sometimes we lose that drive and that passion because it's not linked to our purpose. And when I say purpose, I don't mean it in any spiritual or religious kind of way. I mean it by the dictionary definition of it, which is reason for being. Personally, I believe that we all have a reason for being. That being said, whatever you believe to be true is true for you. You are welcome to believe whatever you would like to believe, whether you want to believe you have a purpose or don't believe that you have a purpose. But if you do believe that you have a purpose, then it is something that you can realize, something you can know what your purpose is through deep reflection on the right things. When you live into your purpose, everything is effortless. Life becomes easy. And it's because when you're happy, when you're passionate about something, you can do that hours on end. And that's what it's like living into your purpose, doing it hours on end. And the reward is doing it itself. You don't have to be rewarded financially or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, I think part of the purpose is also getting a monetary exchange for what you do, but it's not the be all and end all of your purpose and doing your purpose. There's a concept called ikigai, which is a Japanese term that doesn't have a direct translation to English, but the closest translation would be reason for being. And ikigai has 4 main pillars. Basically, what you're smart at, what you're good at, what you're passionate about, and something that solves a world problem that you can earn an income off of. And it's the combination of those 4 things that is the sweet spot of what your ikigai is, or your reason for being. And when you can find what that sweet spot is, then that's when you can live into your purpose. That's when you'll have unlimited passion and drive and doing what it is that you're meant to be doing. And those 4 pillars are important. It's like a table, right? If you take away one of the legs, then it doesn't stand very well. People say follow your passion, but that's only part of the equation. If you're passionate about something, but it doesn't, keep the roof over your head and clothes on your back and food to eat, then you can't just follow your passion. Same thing. I mean, you could be passionate about something, but if you're not very skilled at it, then maybe you have to grow in that area and grow that skill before you can live into it. Alternatively, you can be smart at something, you can be good at something, and you can earn a lot of income off of it, but if you're not passionate about it, then chances are you probably wouldn't be happy doing it. So there's a couple of puzzle pieces around purpose that I've learned from speaking with people. One of the puzzle pieces as it relates to purpose is this sense of joy and happiness. People that are living into their purpose generally express that they experience joy and happiness in their life. And people who are not living into their purpose, who are trying to find their purpose, usually talk about how they're not happy, they're not happy with their job or their career, and they're looking for something more, looking to escape it. And chances are it's because they're not living into their purpose. And you're probably wondering, who's somebody that found their purpose and really lived into their purpose? We could look at athletes or artists and musicians, because those are probably the easiest examples. But look at LeBron James, for example. He's someone who is currently living into his purpose. Why? He's got the basketball smarts. He's physically good at basketball. He's passionate about it. He loves the game. And he's earning an income off of it. If you're curious to know what your purpose is, I actually created a course on it. I also created a course on self-awareness. So if you're looking to develop your self-awareness or know what your purpose is, I created some courses and you can check it out. I'll put the link in the description. Also, coaching is a good option as well. And so I'll put the links below. That's it for now. I'm so grateful for the conversation that I had with Jan. I hope that it helped him clarify some things around coaching and personal development. I know that it helped me hone my message around what it is that I do and how it could support people. So Jan, I'm grateful for you, and I know that we're still connected, but we should have another conversation. It's been a long time since we got together. Hope to see you again soon. But that's it for me for now. Wishing nothing but peace, love, and virtual hugs.